Alright, provisions met, engaging silver pellet, putting on blinders, beer. Oh, chainsaw carving there. I gotta do some chainsaw carving again. Holy potholes. That's their second Tacoma. The first one they got was a 2019. And the Tacomas had a major defect with the frames. They were like rusting out within a year, 2 years. So what happened was the manufacturers were going to have to replace all, like, pretty much a couple of years worth of Tacoma frames. So if you're going to buy a Tacoma, they're a cool little truck. They're a really cool little truck. Make sure you really check out the frame because there's structural problems with them. I mean, every vehicle has like something, right, that gets recalled, but when it's a frame, that's something big. That truck there from BC to 1999 or 98, Ram 2500. I told that guy, dude, go and oil spray that right away, because around here you will definitely lose your truck will be lost to rust very quickly around here. My dad got his truck oil sprayed yesterday, 175. They did inside the doors and everything, so that was good. But I was looking at my brother's. Holy jeez, look at all this traffic. Total gridlock here, man. It's like 5 vehicles, 6. I don't like stopping here because everybody usually drives like a madman. With all this traffic stuff. Just because it's a highway doesn't mean everybody should be on it at the same time. You know, it's countryside here. What kind of madness is this? Go back into stealth mode. Yeah, I was looking at my brother's minivan. It's 2013. I thought it was 2012, but it's 2013 Dodge Mini Caravan. And I was talking about, you know, getting an oil spray, showing him how, like, because I used to do oil sprays, right? And you know all the little, like inside your door, you see these little rubber groms all over the place where, you know, like there's just like, it looks like random holes where they just covered it with a piece of rubber for some reason. Well, those are for oil spraying, where you pull it out, pull the grom out, oil spray, put the grom back in. And grom plug, you know, rubber plug, same thing. His van doesn't have any of them, like, to get into the doors. Yeah, so it's like, maybe drill a hole the right size and buy a couple of groms and just, you know, like, get that oil in there, is what I'm saying. Now this thing might be too late for this poor thing. Like, this thing, the amount of rust just from when I bought it to now, because my cousin, well, she lives in town, so I guess this thing spent most of its time in town, where more likely it's going to be parked on like pavement all the time. If you're parking on pavement all the time, it doesn't really matter. Like, your vehicle doesn't rust as fast. Right? It'll still rust, but it's just not as fast. But in the countryside, we're all, you know, like, you know, parking on like sand, right? So every morning, like, you get like a couple of days like this, the bottom of your vehicle stays wet that entire time. You know, so that's what gets you. Well, this guy's heading straight at me. You better move out of my road or we're both gonna die. Yeah. I'm at that age where I don't care. Oh, fuck, is that ever a flat tire? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That tire the rim was touching the ground. I hope his tire thing isn't seized. There's Bob. Anyway, again. You're going the wrong way. He walks back and forth about twice a day from my town to his. residents of Trecon. See what I did there? Cheap effect. Watch out for my little falcon here. I don't see him. But yeah, so I'm already up to about 120 bucks out of the 400 if that saw is any good. So I'm either going to get paid cash for this job, or if he had Trecon ready to go. And I tested it and it was good. Because 400 bucks on a 72cc saw, I'll make that back pretty darn quick, right? It might be, rather than say, hey, rather than pay me cash, give me your saw. You know what I mean? So what today, I don't know, like if I can get 4 hours in, I'll have 200, I'll have it half paid for. And the thing is that like that's a better investment than taking the cash, because if the saw, I know what I think what it was, what was common on the 272s, I don't know about the 372s, but the 272s, there's the kill switch, and there's 2 wires there that go to the coil, I believe. And well, yeah, I'd have to go to the coil, can't go anywhere else, right? And one of the wires breaks every now and then, and when it breaks, you lose circuit, and you're basically, it's the ground for your saw, so you get no fire, if that's all it is, right? But I have to make sure this saw is reliable. You know, like, okay, if I get it and I make 400 bucks with it, okay, well, whatever, you know, it zeroes itself out. But if it breaks before that, I lose, right? But if I make 800 bucks with it, I've made back the money I've earned for it, plus, you know, starting to make profit. So you have to earn what you spent on it, plus one more to be able to replace it, and then after that you're making profit. So it's like a 3 to 4 to 1 on any tool you buy. It's 3 to 4 to 1, because it's not just a matter of, okay, well, it's paid for itself now, it's making money. Yeah, but can you replace it if it breaks? No. You know. So if you can replace it 10 times because you made enough money off of it, well, perhaps that's good money, you know, a good return on investment. Like if you take Ninja Shark, I paid 50 bucks for Ninja Shark and put a chain on it, so about 20 bucks in 13 years, right? So considering the tens of thousands of dollars I probably made, well, maybe not tens of thousands, but a few grand that I probably made over the 13 years with that saw, yeah, you know, like it was a good return. That was an excellent return on investment. I paid 400 bucks for this, and it pays for itself basically once a week, right? It's a good return on investment, you know. So it owes you nothing, you know. Snippy Shark, my brand new whippersnipper that I bought last year. I'm going on season 2 with it. I paid $220 plus that $21 repair. So we'll say I got about 250 bucks in there. I've never paid for zipper line other than the very first roll, simply due to the fact that I get most of my zipper line from my clients. I use their zipper line, plus I've got from just scrap metal picks, I've got so much free zipper line. You guys, I just got another 2 free rolls on that Eco Center job that Paul and I did there a couple of weeks ago. And I'm telling you, like I've got like stacks and stacks of this stuff, right? And it all seems to be about the right size too, except for one's a little bit big for one of the whippersnippers, but the rest of it's all that 0.85 or whatever size it is there. So yeah, like it'll take me 5-6 years if I don't use any, like some of my other clients, they have their own like rolls of zipper line, so I just use that, right? But the point is, anyway, how many times did Snippy Shark pay for itself last year? I mean, using it an average of 6 hours a day, 3 to 6 hours a day, you know, 3 or 4 times a week, yeah, like, you know, at 20 bucks an hour, like, I mean, you do the math, right? Like, I mean, that's a good return on investment.